But there's also some other news this week, rather eye-opening, or it actually happened last week. I didn't see it until earlier this week, so we didn't talk about it on the show last week, Kenny and I, Ben. But apparently, and I've checked this myself and it's absolutely true, NBA 2K14 and NBA 2K15 PC have both been pulled from Steam.
That's surprising. I thought they'd still have a pretty big, base and all that stuff, and so yeah, I thought, yeah, when I found this out, I was like, really? Wow.
It certainly surprised me because I believe NBA 2K13 and a couple of the other games, 2K11, 2K12, they were still available fairly, well, maybe not 2K11, but certainly 13, 14 were available fairly recently. But yeah, they have been pulled. I pulled it up earlier today, this evening rather, just to double check. 2K17, 2K16 obviously still available. 2K18 is there to pre-order, and the 2K VR experience is there for $15 US. If you're into the VR experience. But yeah, everything earlier has been taken off the market. Of course, if you already have the game, then you can reinstall it at your leisure. But yeah, if you didn't, it's no longer available to purchase. And we were speculating as to why that might be before we started recording, and it came to mind that when EA Sports put NBA Live 95 on the NBA Live 06 PS2 as a bonus content for the 10th anniversary of the game and everything, it occurred to me that they had to remove a lot of players or make them generic because they no longer had the rights. So it could be that simply selling those older games now, there's players in the games that are no longer under the licensing agreement because they've been out of the league for a few years. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's that. I mean, it seems to be the most logical explanation that it is something to do with licensing, with likeness rights.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting thought. Wondering, yeah, that's would be understandable if that's the case.
And I guess it's disappointing for retro gamers, or if you want to get into the game, because obviously there's still a modding community. There's a lot of people still making mods for 2K13 and 14. Not so much 12 these days, or 11, but still there. So really you have to track down a disc copy for 14 and earlier. Of course, 15 and 16 and 17 and now 18, they're all digital only. So if you want 15, I guess you're out of luck now.
Yeah, so it's a shame.
I guess it's a shame if you want the complete collection.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 15, I guess. I like 16 and 17 a lot better than 15 myself, so...
True.
Well, tell you what, I like the characters in my career a lot better than 15.
That's a good point.
We've talked a lot about my player in 15, and yeah, that guy's a dick. So,
a whiny little bitch.
Absolutely, yeah. Certainly glad they got rid of that character. But yeah, it is a noteworthy move. Probably likeness rights. No confirmation on that, but that seems the most feasible reason that we can come up with. But yeah, it is kind of a shame, and does show the, while digital has its benefits, the problem of digital, of course, when it gets pulled from the store like that, that's it. Whereas you can still have physical copies in circulation years later. So for the collectors and the people who want to have that full collection or to check out a game they've never checked out before, yeah, they're SOL, I guess.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So that is kind of a shame, but I guess it is what it is. It's probably not selling that many copies, and if there's licensing rights to boot, then yeah, I guess it makes sense. I mean, I suppose in the second-hand gaming department and retro gaming, sports games, apart from, I guess, the lesser releases, releases that don't happen as often, I should say, the non-annual releases like your NBA Streets and NBA Jam, they probably do a lot better in the retro gaming second-hand market, but people probably don't buy the older games as much. So I guess licensing rights, demand, it makes sense, but it's a bit unfortunate all the same for collectors.
That's true. What if it's a licensing right with regards to Jay-Z's music?
That's interesting. Well, that probably means that 2K17's gone pretty soon. So I just hope that we have recording on PS4 with sound next year.
Same.
2K18. I mean, I do have a capture card, but it's not a hassle to hook up. But I mean, it's so much easier to just do it on PS4 when I want to save it. Obviously, I've got Bandicam for the PC, so that's even easier, and that does sound as well. But it's a bit frustrating actually to see that, and Obviously, anyone who's doing YouTube stuff does have to use a capture card because you can't do it by default.
Yeah, which is pretty crap. So yeah, hopefully we can have it back again. Maybe it's every second year we will have it,
Yeah, because it was 2K14, and I think we've had a pretty good run, and then whatever's
or
been
every third.
every third year.
Yeah,
Hashtag free the audio.
yeah.